Alright, welcome back to the Malbeefance channel. We are playing Strategic Command World War One. I am playing as the Central Powers against the computer-controlled Entente powers. This is turn 27, and if you've been following along all this time, thank you very much. Um, Please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you would. I'd appreciate it very much. Helps grow the channel. Um, so last turn, winter finally released its grip on the various fronts, and the German army has started advancing again in Russia. The French army threw my Ardennes offensive, or excuse me, my Verdun offensive off by having their own offensive against this hex here in the Ardennes forest. And to be honest with you, I don't know why I keep calling it the Ardennes forest. I'm sure it looks more like the Ardennes moon crater by now. The amount of artillery that has been expended in this hex over the course of this game. All right, so let's go ahead and advance the turn and see what the computer's got for me as spring is upon us. All right, so the regular unit here takes supply attrition losses. And so there are the Entente forces interfering with Norway to Germany supply, and Entente forces blockading between Scotland and Germany. And for all I know, that could be just one ship, because it doesn't really seem to be affecting German morale all that much. German scientists report progress in naval weaponry, up 50%. Austrians develop trench warfare level 4. That helps with defense. Austrian scientists spying and intelligence development up to 84%. And Austrian development industrial technology level 2. We saw that coming last turn. So that helps with more money. Ottoman scientists infantry warfare up to 89%. And Ottoman logistics development up 36%, or to 36%. And there is our ledger for next turn. All right, computer calculating supplies for the Entente. And what do we got coming? Okay, so we knew there would probably be a response to my submarines getting detected. And he was smart to get out of there. All right, so the various headquarters down on the Serbian front are repositioning. And the Russians are finally withdrawing out of Galicia with what little they've got left. Reorganization of Russian forces in the Baltics. So last turn we were able to take Pec, which was the backup capital for Montenegro. So Montenegro was knocked out of the war. Now I'm trying to focus on the Albanian capital, Tirana. Ah, so the Black Sea Fleet is not going to withdraw. What's left of it is moved over to Trebizond. Hmm. My German interceptor's doing better now that I've reinforced them and given them a little bit of break from last turn. The artillery duel. See what happens. Now the French forces are attempting to push my units off of Verdun. And the Russian forces continuing to try and find a breakthrough in the Caucasus. And that's not a bad strategy. The Ottomans don't really start with a lot of technological advantage. And so the Russians do have a slight advantage over them at the beginning of the game. Um, I think that's kind of evened out by now. But I mean, I still have not upgraded all of my Ottoman units. So the Russians still have a opportunity, regardless of how slight. I mean, they got to make some advances somewhere with their national morale as low as it is. The Regia Marina making its presence known through one whole lone submarine off the Dalmatian coast. All right, that British or that UK unit reinforcing. Oh, there we go. I believe we just slipped below 25 morale for Russia. Fighting breaks out in St. Petersburg. Finland declares independence from Russia. That is it. Russia is falling apart. Foreign Minister, British success in Norway, Entente up 19%. That may have cut off my supplies coming in from Norway. Central Powers interdicting convoys. And there is the North Sea blockade by the Allies. Russian government loses control as disorder breaks out. Tsar Nicholas abdicates and a provisional government is formed. Exactly as happened during the actual war. Unfortunately, this did not end well for the Tsar and his family. Alexander Kerensky becomes Minister of War in the new Russian government. He really missed a beautiful opportunity because he wished to continue the war against Germany. He wouldn't sign a peace treaty. And one of the greatest barbarians of known history, Leon Trotsky, returns to Russia from exile. Kerensky's appointment boosts Russian national morale. That's probably going to put him back up, I think, like around 30, 35 maybe. All right, so there's our summary and the Austrian 2nd Artillery. So I got one down here. Let's go ahead and, since I'm not ready for Austrian offensive operations in the Alps, I'm going to go ahead and deploy this one to the Serbian front. And that is it for reinforcements. So let's have a look at diplomacy. So, yep, holy smokes. Yeah, Norway is out of our sphere of influence. So, yeah, you no longer have the supply line running from Norway to Germany now. This is it here running from Norway to Great Britain. And it is possible to get that back. All right, so he was located. Whoops. That's okay. That gets that French light cruiser out of my way. Bring him back down. Get the two of them closer together. Maybe they can assist one another. And continue my repair and refit of the German U-boat force. And keep an eye. All right, so he is all done, so he can get back out. Now, regardless of the value of the port that you're in, ships and submarines can only repair a maximum of 5 points at a time. Actually, no. Let's go ahead and get him in there. All right. So he just pulled in there? Yes. And I got an open port here. Let's get... All right. All right, so that takes care of the high seas fleet. Let's go ahead and work the western front, reinforce my zeppelins. Let's go ahead and continue, see if we can continue to put pressure on Verdun. Repair him. Oh, upgrade him so he can start doing more damage. This is like 2 or 3 turns I've forgotten to do that. All right. All right. So let's entrench him. And he's probably only going to lose those entrenchments. Actually, if I shift these two guys down, put this one here, put this one here, that winds up allowing both of them to attack Verdun. And then I'll have one that can fire on Nancy. All right. So that takes care of the Western Front for the moment. And the computer may have learned its lesson and does not wish to put anybody here again after losing that Indian cavalry unit. Is there anything else we can do? Let's go ahead and swap them out for now. And that's pretty much going to do it for the Alpine front. Now down here, oh, he's up to 4 already, awesome. And Tirana is having supply difficulties, excellent. Alright, so let's set up for an attack on the next turn. Resupply these guys. I know I should have upgraded the Marines, but being all the way down to 3 points, I don't want to take the chance of losing them. So now we were able to break through up here. So let's go ahead and entrench him. And then I can go ahead and I can reinforce the rest of the units. And we'll be ready to move next turn, hopefully. So I still got to upgrade him. Alright. So back down to this. Alright, he's running low on supplies. So I'm... Ah! I should have seen that coming. They got me blocked off from my ports. Alright, well, at least I am able to get Benghazi. Alright, continue on with the occupation of Cyprus. That was good. They almost had him. Alright, reinforce the Ottoman units here at the Suez front. That sucked down some coin. Alright, now the Russian offensive here in the Caucasus did not do a whole lot of damage. Easily repairable. But let's go ahead and move him out so I can go ahead and I can start trying to upgrade these units along here. Do I have anybody that can go after that dreadnought? It's raining, so visibility is down. Repair that poor destroyer. Can he drop? No, he can't. Alright, so we've sunk the seaplane tender, the Russian Black Sea Fleet's seaplane tender, and we've sank the pre-dreadnought. So all that they should have left is the submarine and the dreadnought, unless the computer has allocated some resources to building more units. Swing his entrenchments around, just in case. And that is going to take care of everything except for the western or the eastern front. So now he's having supply issues. Can we finally remove him? Yes. Alright, now put these guys in a hedgehog defense. Cut him off a little bit. Alright, so this is a huge opportunity. I can't let this slide. I gotta go after that headquarters. Damn it. Tough call. Alright. Took the one to the north because I know I could get him up here to help with the attack. Yeah. All right. All right. So that takes. Okay. Galicia is now cleared, and now I've got forces in Ukraine, and we're threatening Kiev and Kishinev. So they swapped out the cavalry unit with this garrison. Fine with me. Check for surprises. Alright, now I'm not going to wait until next turn so that I can use my artillery. I'm going to try and take Smolensk right now. Okay, looks like, yep, we got some decent odds. Alright, let's scout out a little bit, see what we got ahead of us. Nobody is in Vyazma. Can he move? Yes. So I can get him back on supply road. So I am not upgrading or reinforcing these units because I've got Russia on the ropes. I want to try and do as much damage as I can as quickly as I can. Last turn they were down to 26%, and I believe that their morale dipped below 25, and that's why you saw all of those uh, political events occur in Russia, all that political turmoil. And now, as I had mentioned, Kerensky's appointment as commander in chief of the Russian forces has improved Russian national morale. They're back up to 30. I don't want them to be able to capitalize on that victory. So it may be wise for me to go ahead and stop and upgrade and resupply, but I'm only going to do that to certain units, these ones that are at half strength. I need them to threaten St. Petersburg, so I have no choice. I have to stop these guys long enough to be able to go ahead and update them, but the rest of them, uh, where I can avoid it, no. All right, let me take that back. See if I can move him. Yep, there we go. I don't want to wait until next turn to take Polotsk, but I don't have much of a choice. All right, so let's see if we can get Riga. I don't think we have enough troops nearby, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. Yes. All right, so does that mean yes? All right, he's been cut off from supply long enough. We can go ahead and get him out of there. All right, move everybody up a little bit. I'm going to leave him to guard the coast here just in case we should see any action by the Baltic fleet. All right, did we miss anybody? I don't believe so. I know I keep, at the end of the turn, I keep refocusing on the Western Front because that is where I'm most worried about. I've not done anything to put real pressure on the UK or France, and so they have had all of this time to just build up units, build up their technology, and I can only imagine the anvil and a hammer that is sitting behind here, just waiting for the opportunity to take on my thinly held Rhine defensive line. All right, so let's go ahead and look at research. No, 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 no. I've been saving up money for the Austrians so that they can go ahead and purchase a new HQ. So let's get that done. And then I'm going to go ahead and get another bomber squadron. So they'll be ready by the time we're going full steam against Italy. Alright, so going back over to the Germans, can probably, I'll need more fighters on the Western Front, that's for sure. I don't even have enough to buy them, so why are you guys in white? Alright. Alright, so what can we do here? Logistics is always helpful. I've got enough for that. Production technology. Let's lower the cost of future purchases. Alright, so there we are for that turn. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, please leave a like. And if you would, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Let's help us grow it. I know I'm just doing this casually. I know this is not no real deep dive into strategy or anything like that. My initial reasoning for playing out this game was to go ahead and get a little bit more visibility to it. I particularly like it. Of all of the Strategic Command series, this one has turned into my favorite out of the series, and so just want to share it with folks, um, and hopefully you'll get into liking the game as much as I do. So, all right, enough said. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you on the next one.